older pro guys, they've been doing it for so long, they've lost that kind of spark. And those divisionals guys have that spark. You know, they're excited to be here. They might not win, they might not play great, but they're so excited to be here, so excited to contribute, and so excited to have that opportunity that they bring a lot to the table. And a lot of the guys that have been playing for a long time don't necessarily have that. Good breakout. OC loses one player on the break, and so does Imperial.
Yeah, so, you know, Rich, you've been watching a lot of games on this field so far. Break the field down slightly for us as we're watching the two best D4 teams throw down right now.
Okay. The D1 on the Dorito side, that's the kind of teabag shaped bunker. It's a challenging bunker to get to because there's two bunkers on the side of the field that can shoot the gap. But when you get there, you have great shots on the snake side of the field. The snake is a really good bunker, but you got to get past the first knuckle in order to really get a payoff for it, and it's really tough to cross that gap. So really a lot of this game is the back guys shooting the first couple of guys, and then after that the front guys kind of getting in those key spots and then moving forward. So Imperial's got 3 players left alive on the field.
Yeah, it looks like, and you're looking at Imperial right now, or actually AC, yeah, Imperial looking at on your screen right now, and that's 18. That's Cody Shook, and you know he's in a good spot to move up right. Oh, Cody Shook gets shot.
Yeah, and right as he does that, AC fills out to the bunker right in front of the snake and also fills up to the A. It's a 4-on-2 now. Imperial tries to fill the bunker before the snake. He might have got caught. The ref's taking a pretty good look at him. Imperial's moving up to the rear side of the field.
Yeah, and that, oh, look at this angle right here.
AC just loses another player and another player.
Yeah, I was going to say, did he get shot in the foot?
Wow,
he did.
Imperial just turned that game around. It went from a 4-on-3 into a 2-on-1 with the AC players playing in a very small bunker, very hard bunker to gunfight out of, and he's got a guy on both sides of him. It doesn't look like the Imperial player knows that there's only one guy left on the field because he's not playing aggressively. But I think as soon as they figure it out, you're going to see one of these guys fly down the field and make the AC guy wear it.
Yeah, so AC Dallas, and that's number 17, Drew Myers, last guy left alive, man. It's going to be tough for him to fight against Steve Vanderwitz and Chad Engel right here. Both those guys trying to press their advantage, and they're going to take him out, man. This is a race to 4 as well, you know, so there's not a lot of time, not a lot of points to be played here in the D4, in the Division 4.
Yeah, can't make any mistakes. Imperial goes up with a 1-0 lead, and that's big in a 10-minute game with only 4 points.
Yeah, and the team that won the last tournament, Playground Army, they lost to AC Dallas to get to this tournament, or I'm sorry, to get into this final. So, you know, it's one of those situations where, you know, a lot of big hopes and dreams in the divisional teams. Every single divisional team that I talk to that is made it to these farther rounds, their dream is like, hey man, we want to put together a dominant squad, we want to get our boys together, and we want to march up the ranks. We want to do what Vicious did, we want to do what CEP did, we want to do what 187 did, and that's tough. That's really tough to do. You know, like I said,
it's got to be the goal, right? I mean, you got to always have that goal of climbing the ladder. And if you're on a team and that the goal isn't to climb the ladder, isn't to be the next best team, isn't to be the next best pro team, go get on another team.
Oh, absolutely. If that's your goal, yeah, and that's what you really want to do, then you know, you've got to try to work as hard as you possibly can to make that a reality.
Yeah, don't get frustrated with your guys, because if that's not what they want to do, that's fine. But if you want to be the best in the world, you want to play pro, you want to be on the best pro team, then be on a team that has of like minds and work your way up. And it's great the way the system works. If you're the top 2 teams, you get to move up, and that's the way it should be. And if you're the bottom 2 teams, you move down. And again, I believe that that's the way it should be.
All right, so these teams are going to switch sides. AC is going to be on your left, and Imperial is going to be on your right.
Both teams had very similar breakouts, very similar results, too. I think they both lost one kind of early. And AC was in complete control of that game. We talked about that a little bit earlier with Infamous closing out Sloppy. And AC should have won that point. They were in a 4-on-2, and those 4 guys shot 2 guys. I mean, those 2 guys shot all 4 of those guys for the win and stayed alive. And that's just really, really sloppy paintball. Basically what happened is instead of playing 4 against 2, they played 1 against 1 and lost, 1 against 1 and lost, 1 against 1 and lost, and then 2 against 1 and lost.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. We've got about 30 seconds before the start of this next point, and you know, AC, that was a pretty close point. It was a 1-on-2, so they did take out some of the Imperial players as they moved up, but just not enough though.
Well, and it was a 1-on-2, but it was a 4-on-2 before it was a 1-on-2, so AC really lost control of that game. They won the beginning, they won the middle, they lost the end.
All right, so we're about to watch the start. That's AC. Dallas right there. Again, they beat the team that won Playground Army to get here. And now, let's see, can they keep 5 alive? And yes, it looks like they do it.
Imperial loses 1 on the break, though. He's taking the walk. That little bunker that they're showing there on the your view, it's a very tough bunker to gunfight out of. It's very small. Lots of bunkers have shots on you, so you have to play it super, super smart. 4 on 5, AC has the advantage.
And Imperial dumbing up that back center. You're looking at a little bit better cross-field spread for AC Dallas. And here they come up the Dorito side of the field.
Yeah, and the guy in the tower that you're talking about that was doubling up, he was shooting that gap. So when he saw that the guy ran through his line and got in the Dorito, he matched him and went right to the Dorito. It was a great move.
And then another move being made over here on the snake side of the field. That is the number 19, Nathan Roberts for AC Dallas. He's already got 1 confirmed kill so far in this match, and actually beating him into the snake is Imperial. And that's number 18, Cody Shook. He has yet to get on the board.
Yeah, now AC jumps in the snake. So both teams in very similar positions. AC's just got a 1-body advantage. They might have just lost that one the body advantage. They're taking a look at that snake player. Yeah, and he's been eliminated. I think he got shot across the field from the guy in the Dorito. So it's 4 on 4. Imperial now has a little bit of advantage because they've got a 1 player on the snake side, and AC has no one on the snake side of the field.
Yeah, so right now, Imperial with pretty good field position with a player in Snake 2, also a player in Dorito. Now we're looking at AC Dallas's lineup. They also have a player in that 30-yard line, Dorito, and 3 back guys spread across the field. Look at this angle here. That's AC trying to get a shot on Imperial's Snake player. That was a really good angle there, but he's just a little too tucked in. That's Cody Shook in the number 18 in there for Imperial.
Yeah, the AC player just filled from the corner to the tower and took a good bounce. 2 or 3 balls hit him, and none of them broke. That was a lucky break for him and unfortunate for the Imperial player.
Really slow point here, Rich.
It is, and I don't think that the Imperial guy in the snake has keyed in that he's the only guy on the side of the field and that he can kind of start pushing himself down this side of the field. If he can push up and get into the 50 of that snake, he's really going to put a lot of pressure on the AC players. That's going to bring the guns towards the snake and allow the guy in the Dorito 1 to push up and start pinching out those guys in the center of the field. You can see the Jersey guys have lots of fans on the sidelines because they keep turning and looking at the sidelines and kind of getting those instructions, and you can see them shaking their heads like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I know what's going on. 6:24 left in the match.
And real conservative spread for AC as they're trying to, well, I was going to say, man, they're trying to try to shut down the aggression that Imperial's bringing, but you do not fight fire with fire like that. You have to get up the field.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know what paint Imperial's shooting, but they're bouncing AC quite a bit. I've seen 2 or 3 other players get bounced. Referee runs in check. Now AC fills out from the tower to the back center and gets caught. 3 on 4 with Imperial having the body advantage and the field advantage. Oh, and there's another AC player that gets dropped down. AC's now down to 2 players. Both of those players on the Dorito side of the field. Imperial has a huge advantage now. The guy in the snake needs to get on that horse. There he goes. He finally makes that move down the snake that he's been needing to make the whole game.
And then here comes their moves being made by Imperial as they are going to go up on them. They probably most likely get another point on the board.
For sure.
Yeah, they do.
Gives the guy in the Dorito a little extra on the way out. AC is forced to concede the point, giving Imperial a 2-0 lead and advantage. AC's got to come out and look at do something a little differently because they're down 2 points and they're not playing real aggressively. They need to either get up in that snake and get something out of there or get up in those Doritos or start winning those breakouts and get a G on the break.
All right, and we're going to be right back after these messages. You're not going anywhere.
So, Maddie, what does AC need to do to get back in this game? Obviously, they're making some mistakes.
Well, they need aggression. I don't really see a lot of aggression out of them. And, look at that last point. They're down by 1, and the time is starting to tick off the clock. There's only 5 minutes and 28 seconds left, and they're not pushing up the field. You cannot win these games from those back bunkers. especially when Imperial is getting in those really good spots. And yeah, maybe if they were getting some good shots in on those guys in those bunkers, but they're not.
Well, and I know their coach must be very frustrated because they won the first 2 breakouts. They got the G's on the breakouts and were playing 5-on-4 both times, and yet lost those matches. I mean, lost those points. 5-on-5, both teams with good breakouts, similar position. AC's got a little advantage. They've got one of their players in the snake corner, but then to counter that, Imperial's got one in the Dorito corner, so very similar spreads. Now, Imperial's got no reason to push down the field. They've got basically no incentive to go forward. If they can shut down the snake, shut down that Dorito 1, we've already kind of learned that the center of the field isn't really good to push into. They're going to force AC to push into those spots. Oh, there goes one of the AC players out of the back line. Walking out, he's the first guy dead. That's going to be rough. That's putting him in a 4-on-5, spread across the back of the field. Imperial loses a player out of Dorito 1, though, so it's 4-on-4. That was Andrew getting shot out of the Imperial's Dorito 1. And Jeremy Pepin getting shot out of that kind of back center bunker for AC.
Well, at least AC is coming with aggression. They have 4 players alive right now, and Imperial also 4 players alive. And you're looking at Imperial on your screen right now. That's number 4, Danny Schonecker. And
Imperial just loses Cody Shock trying to fill that snake. So we're in a 3-on-4 situation. AC's got the advantage once again. They need to prove that they can close out this game. They need to push through the snake like they are right now.
Yeah, this is perfect, Rage. This is what they need. They got to get on the board here and pull us within 1 with a decent amount of time left on the clock, so they have a chance to tie it up and force it to overtime.
For sure. And the fact that they didn't get an advantage on the break. You know, they both had even numbers. It bodes well for AC that the fact they're actually going down this field and win this game, not on the break. But, Imperial cancels it out by making a big move down the Dorito side and bunkering out the 50 Dorito player. That was a great move.
Yeah, that was a great move down on the Dorito side, and AC still has a player in the 50-yard line snake, but he's going to have to get busy over here, try to get a shot on that 50-yard line Dorito, but stay alive, though. Streams are coming in there. I was going to say, maybe a little counterpunch. Something counterpunch needs to happen on that Dorito side with this gun now turned towards AC, so just doing a great job over there as a 50-yard line.
Yeah, so not only does he bunker the guy out of their 50 down on bodies, but then shoots the 50 snake player out too. That guy is single-handedly winning this game in this match.
Yeah, that was Chad Engel, man. So Chad Engel, number 3 for Imperial.
Nice work, Chad.
Yeah, over there doing work.
I'd like to see Chad's back line get up there and kind of follow him up a little bit. One guy needs to get up and protect him. The other guy needs to shift and overlook snake side because they got nobody looking snake side at this point.
Well, we're looking at Chad there on the right-hand portion of your screen, and he's really stepping it up for Imperial right now, and he may help win this actual tournament for them because they're up 2, and AC Dallas was coming with some aggression, but Chad Engel was like, no, man, I'm not having any of that. He took out the 50-yard line Dorito on the opposite side of the field, and AC does not have a lot of bodies left to throw into Imperial and try to get back in this game.
And what was so impressive about Chad making that move is he was down bodies. They had 4. AC had 5. AC had all the positions. Chad goes, bunkers out the 50 Dorito, shoots out the 50 snake, and lives the whole time. I mean, he really single-handedly turned this point around. Very impressive, Chad.
Yeah, and man, there couldn't have been a better time to do it here in the D4 finals. These guys are playing for the Division 4 championship right now. And there's the lineup on the Dorito side. Chad Engel in the snake. He's already got 3 confirmed kills.
So if you can see the AC player in the Doritos, no one was shooting at him, and instead of going and trading out with Chad or getting Chad, he moves inside to Chad's gun. Chad chews him up and gets the win.
Yeah, and that's pretty much going to be that's going to do it. That's going to be the hammer dropping for...
we got that 3-0 spread we like to talk about.
Yeah, and I see the running back that might not be. I'm trying to read the number on his back. As, this is the first time... I'm thinking that it's either Danny Schonauer or Chad Engel that was stepping up over there. So regardless, whoever it was, man, hats off to them as they just had a great dominant performance over there. And I think it was Danny. Yeah, so it wasn't Chad Engel. So let me take that back. It was Danny Schonauer, and he was able to step up and handle business over there on the Dorito side of the field. So that was just an amazing display of paintball ability over there.
Danny single-handedly turned that point around, and that turning that point around wins that match. He just won the finals for him, in my opinion.
He just won the tournament, essentially. And now, can you score 30-second points? Sure. Yeah, you can. But is it going to happen out here? Not with the long points that we've been seeing. So
not what we've seen from AC so far.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's not over yet. Still 1 minute and 47 seconds left, and we're going to be back with the conclusion of this D4 final. Don't go anywhere. All right, so just about 10 seconds to go before the start of what probably going to be the last point here. Minute and 47 seconds left on the clock, and you know what an awesome job by Imperial. You know, taking down here and shutting out AC Dallas, who beat the people or the team that won the last event, Playground Army. So just a great job by Imperial.
AC drops one on the break on the Snake side of the field. Imperial also drops one, but on the Dorito side of the field. It's 4-on-4, 120 left in the match. And oh, AC drops another player, just sloppy in his bunker, loading left-handed. Now they've got nobody on the Snake side of the field, heavy on the Dorito side of the field. If Imperial can get in the Snake now and push down that Snake side of the field, they'll drive that last nail in the coffin, which is going to be AC's end of the final match. Both these teams, I like the way they play. I mean, they're on the guns. You can hear communication. When the other team moves, they counter the moves well. So the D4 has definitely improved significantly over the last few years.
Yeah, they look good, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they don't look like, it's not like the old day where you have guys out there with Titmans and mismatching, you know, jerseys. These guys look like future pro paintball players.
Yeah, you know, they have the skills, and, you know, especially, again, just amazing job by Danny Schonauer. And really, wow, he had 4 kills in that really crucial point, which basically sealed the deal and won the tournament for Imperial.
Yeah. And again, like, you know, anybody can make a big move when you're up 2 or 3 bodies. Anybody can make a big move in practice. But when you're in the finals and you're down on bodies and you single-handedly move to the 50, bunker one guy out, and shoot the other 50 out, that's huge. I mean, Oliver Lang would be super proud to do that, you know?
All right, so hats off to Imperial as they take down a strong AC Dallas team. They just shut them out. It was all Imperial the whole match, and, you know, again, name to remember, Danny Schonauer, who was astounding. He's, you know, 24 years old, 5'5", 135, out of Cleveland, Ohio. Pretty much the whole team Imperial out of Ohio. And so hats off to Imperials. They take the D4 final.
Yeah,
Manny
good job,
Marshall,
guys.
and I'd like to thank Rich Telford for being up here with me, and we will see you in just a few.